So, my name is Grandma Sala and I'm so excited to be here. So, last week we talked about why we think relationships are so challenging. And the number one reason we gave to why relationships are so challenging was because we do not know how to love. And we noted that how do you get to really love someone? The first step to learning how to really love someone is by looking at them as a child. You look at your partner as a small child, you apply generosity, you apply charity into interpretation of behavior. You have to be willing to interpret someone as seemingly unappealing, unattractive behaviors, to try to understand, to look for a more kind reason as to why they're behaving the way they do. If someone does something, you don't just look at the surface action, but you try to find reason as to why they're behaving that way. Why are they doing this way? This is when you get to really understand the core of love. And we noted that anyone that we are going to love is going to be a combination of two things, the good and the bad. So no one is going to be perfect. To love someone is to negotiate imperfection every single day. And love is not just an admiration of strength, but also tolerance of the weaknesses. So if you're to love someone, you have to be willing to apply generosity and charity into interpretation of behavior. So and today we're going to talk about the second reason as to why we think relationships are so challenging. And this is love requires us to do something very tricky, something very difficult, often very difficult for us to do. So love requires us to go to someone, another person. Remember, we are adults, we are not kids. So it requires us to go to another person and you tell them, you know what, I need you. I'm vulnerable before you, and I feel like a small child before you, and I cannot survive without you. This is what love requires us to do. Like when you're in love, this is actually what love requires you to do. So you give yourself to someone, you expose your vulnerability to someone else. But oftentimes we become avoidant. For example, in my relationship, I know my significant other is always online, but most of the time when I send him texts, I'll be like, "Hi, babe." No, you can sometimes get him online, but he takes his time. He pretends to be busy. He's trying to. He's acting avoidant. He's pretending to be busy even when he is not. And then he takes his time when he wants to. Then he comes back and responds. This is what often happens when you're trying to avoid. You're not trying to expose to someone of that. Of course, babe, I was waiting for your text. I was waiting for your message. I was waiting for you to call me all day long. I was thinking about you. You don't want to expose this. You don't want to show them that you really need them. That you want. Actually, what you want to say is that I need you even when even if I am a grown ass woman or a grown ass man. I'm a small child inside and I need you like I need my mommy. But this is not what we often do in relationships. We tend to get avoidant. And what this does to the other person, it makes them question your relationship. It makes them question the trust. It makes them question whether you're really dependable, whether you really care about them, whether you're really into them, or they should look somewhere else, because every time every time they try to show you, you're trying to pull back. This is why sometimes our relationships are so challenging. So instead of us avoiding, to express how we feel, I think it would be wise if you go to your partner and you let them know how you feel. Don't fight it. Don't